But I'd like to ask each of us to get up and stand and acknowledge Jess and Deja. Thank you. You've heard a lot said about who we are as women, and particularly our young women. So when I came here today, sight unseen, not knowing what I had been called to, and I saw these two young women, not only standing in purpose, but countering every stereotype I've heard over the last several years about who we are and what we do. Not only was I encouraged and hopeful, but I knew that I had a new truth that I could stand in. So as you hear me talk today, I want you to talk about what that truth suggests. So as I've alluded to, I'm here to really talk to you about claiming and standing. The expectations that we hear in the media, our children, ourselves, and our community will be saved. So as I think about that work, that process, and I have the privilege of gathering with men and women like you in an event led by young women, I know that we have arrived in a moment that calls for us. It calls for us not only to know ourselves, but to tell others. It calls for us to stand in a truth that some would even hide. I shouldn't have been in my 20s discovering that Egypt was in Africa. I shouldn't have to go through 8 years of education to hear about the people that I come from, the ones who created now. I shouldn't have to discover that. And now that I know, I don't have to live down to those falsehoods. So when I hear folks talk about who we are, I am reminded of whose I am and who I am in Him. And as a part of that, I ask you today whose you are and who you are as a result of claiming your authority to define who you are, but also standing in that truth. Would you take a moment to do that with me? If I could have each of you look just one other sister in the eye at your table or gentleman and say, I am. And complete that sentence.
Prosperous woman of intention. I am a prosperous woman of intention.
Now, I dare say that they probably asked me to speak because they knew if I was seated at the table, that list would probably run another hour and a half, right? After I stood in my truth and claimed my authority to say that I am beautiful, I am brilliant, I am able. As I stood in the truth of knowing that I am enough.
Yes, yes.
Enough for this moment, even when what? I might be having a dark experience. I'm on my way to a butterfly. Even though I might be hardened by what I've seen in life, and I face great challenge, if I am here in this moment and we are together, then any challenge I've had or any sickness I faced was not unto death. So therefore, not only do I owe it to myself to stand in that truth, there is a world waiting for me. There is a world waiting for us. There is a world waiting for you. So with that purpose in mind, I ask you to ask yourselves, after you crown you, and you embraced your authority, and you stood in the truth, what will you do to let it be known whose we are and who we are when we stand in that truth? What will you do today? Any thoughts? Because I have a few social issues that we attempt to address in Nevada Partners. And I can tell you, as I think about sisterhood, and I watch the president of Nevada Partners get up and embrace that young lady and whisper in her ear, I I was reminded of the many meetings that I've had at work where she had to whisper in my ear, and I look at the table in the back, and I see my own mother, the young woman who at 21 hopped on a bus from Tallulah, Louisiana, with this child on her lap and a suitcase in tow headed to Los Angeles, that I am, in this moment, the product and process of many, many prayers, and of people who do not give up.
Yeah.
I am a member of a community that is to be emulated when we stand in our truth and begin to define our own experience and set our own definitions for who we are as a people. Yes. So while I will thank you for committing to being here today, as long as you have, I want you to know that I am equally encouraged by your commitment to do so. Because some have said that the reason why our community is in the state that it is that folks won't commit. They don't have the time. As a matter of fact, no one will really stand up, and if you ask even 20 people, you probably couldn't get 3 to commit to doing something together. And I want you to know, by being here today, you demonstrate to those people. Not only will we make the time to empower ourselves and support sisterhood and young women in our community and men, but together we are well able and poised to change the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
So today I ask you to please stand with me one more time. And place your crown. Knowing that we are enough.